Twice Magazine. This week in consumer electronics, thus the Twice, brings us the CES Daily, among other very cool things here, and keeps us informed about what's going on all around us in this industry. Always a pleasure to have our next guest. He's the editor-in-chief of Twice Magazine, not just for the CES Daily, but cleverly enough, every week in consumer electronics. It's our very popular buddy, Steve Smith. Hey, Guy, how are you?
Thank you for having me on. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
And the same to you. We, of course, found you wandering not aimlessly around the show floor, and we said, Steve, get in here. Get into the broadcast booth. Tell us what, if anything, has jumped out at you so far at CES. Other than, like, booth babes and stuff. I'm talking about products.
That's at the other convention.
Yeah, that's true, which is no longer around. So.
Yes. Well, the most significant thing, I think, that happened has been that if you're in the TV business now, the HDTV business, you better have a link to the Internet. All the companies, many of them, many of the major brands have now links to Yahoo, to Netflix, to a variety of services.
And you're talking about from the television.
From the television.
Yeah, not just having a web presence, but having a presence of the web from your set. Yeah.
YouTube. I'm not going to go through each company and their spiel, but Sony, Toshiba, I will forget some, but all of the major brands, most of the major brands, if they are a major brand, want to provide a web content to your TV set. Now, if you remember back 10 years ago, like I do, and probably many of your more astute members of your audience, the word convergence was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Convergence is now, the whole show is convergence, but they always want to mix TV and the PC, and it finally happened. They're mixing TV and the web. That's significant, and also at all the press events I went to on Wednesday, which is press day here, 3D. Yeah. Several companies, and I've seen a couple of the demos. I think it's excellent. They actually had the college football championship in 3D. I didn't see that, but it has to be perfect for sports, and it has to be tremendous for video games.
Oh, yeah. First of all, seeing those balls coming at you, whether it's football or baseball or otherwise, any kind of sport, and video games, a lot of them. We had Mitsubishi on the show, I believe, last week. It's hard to catch up with 4 weeks' worth of broadcasts that we're doing. But they were talking about off-the-shelf video games.
Yes.
Several dozens so far that they're able to do and convert to 3D. Of course, you got to wear glasses still, but it's still fun, and you can immerse yourself in the game.
Yeah.
And to me, what I think, why are the television companies, though, do you think, stopping short of just making it a full Internet browser instead of just linking to some various sites for additional content, which is a good start. But if that's the case, it's that easy, then just make it a browser, for crying out loud.
Well, you would think so, but excuse me, I think they're trying to introduce good. Then they're going to introduce better. Then they're going to introduce best.
I see.
That's what I think.
A little at a time.
Yes.
And, but it's not going to cost them any more money to just make it a whole browser, except here now you need a keyboard.
And I was thinking that they would have unique deals with specific websites, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that you have to have your own content now to be a TV manufacturer.
Interesting. And, of course, so now, so 3D kind of jumped out at you, pardon the pun, and, of course, Internet-connected TVs. What about any gadgets or gizmos specifically, any devices around the show floor that you said, okay, got to get on the list?
Oh, well, that I haven't seen that much because I've been so busy doing the daily, but there are so many products that are, I think that given the economy, companies are coming up with handheld devices. The iPod accessory industry
they could fill one of the convention floors.
It could be a whole wing, and it also, a lot of them also fit the MP3 players. Those devices make iPods the core of an audio product, but the main thing that's gotten my attention, and a lot of people who are inside here, is the possible delay of the DTV transition. A letter that was issued during the show by the Obama administration, and that was like a hand grenade that went off has taken the industry's attention.
Yeah, I mean, what's that doing to the industry? Is it kind of an attitude of, hey, well, we're ready anyway, but come on, why are we delaying it even again? Well, how about the fact that there's, 1 million people in line that couldn't get one of the coupons for a converter box because the government ran out of money?
Let's put it this way. They've spent billions of dollars on this date, and there will be people, whether you have it on February 17th or 4 months from now, that will not be able to get television because they procrastinated or what have you. One of the talkbacks on our site, and I tried to find it before I got here, said in effect, some people will be late for their own funeral.
Yes, it's unfortunate but true.
Let's keep the date and work through the problems. And remember one thing to all of your listeners: 85 to 88% of all households get their TV signal from satellite or cable.
Yeah.
If you have an analog set, if you have a black and white set connected to that, you're not going to be affected. It's the over-the-air signals.
Right.
So.
Well, and of course, stay tuned. We'll tell you more as things develop, and we've been helping lead you to this digital TV transition for a couple of years now, and who knows? It's hurry up and wait. But in the meantime, visit twice.com for this week in consumer electronics. Steve Smith and his team putting everything together, keeping us informed. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you, sir.
And thank you, and also always listen to the Dave Graveline podcast on twice.com.
Ah, yes, indeed. At twice.com, you can hear our daily features.
Yes,
every
exactly.
day. Go figure. Cleverly enough. Daily features.
I know. Thank you.
My pleasure. Back with more from CES in Las Vegas. I'm Dave Graveline. Don't go away.